Namaste, so family, Sky Goddess, and tonight I want to talk about your North Node and your South Node, okay? Um, I did an article, I did an interview with the Gleaner for an article that was posted in today's edition of the Star. Um, I'm going to put that link below this video. It's also below the video prior to this one. So you guys can go ahead and give that article a read, okay? And, get a gist of the importance of astrology, okay? Because a lot of people waste their time um, living fantasies that will never manifest into anything real or substantial or beneficial. And that is because that is not what they're here to do. That's not what you're here to do. Okay? Now, everything has a purpose. And to say that we randomly exist and we randomly choose, upon getting here, after already, um, having lived, so many years already, to think that you can just, um, do whatever you want to do. That purpose was predetermined um, prior to our physical existence. We existed before this form, okay, in a different form. And like I said, in the video prior to this one and in other videos, um, manifesting is, creating that, dream that you want in your mind, which is first in the spiritual realm, and then pulling it, okay, with your belief, okay, and faith, right? You pull that into the physical realm, and voila, it's, here. And that is why we pay so much attention to the spirit, or at least we should, But for those of us who do, I would surmise that it is for this, very, obvious, important, essential reason. One's North Node. Um, your North Node is where you're supposed to be in this lifetime, going north. Your South Node, you've left that node. That's who you were in your previous lifetime. Okay, so I just want to make some corrections here. And, I believe it was, a typo error, okay, where, in the article, I mean, in which it was mentioned, natal track was stated. It's actually natal chart, okay, and that's the arrangement of the physical alignment of the celestial bodies at the time of your birth, okay? Yeah, natal chart, okay? So that was a typo error. As well as, uh, South Node. South Node was actually, um, printed as a typo. It's supposed to be South Node, okay? So North and South. So North Node is who you are supposed to be in this lifetime. South Node is who you were. Okay? And a lot of times we enter the current lifetime carrying them frequencies from the previous lifetime. And there are people and children especially who can recall who they were, prior to coming here. You may, even hear your children talking about a specific topic or a specific thing, and it may be very, uncanny and eerie and strange, awkward, but that could just be them, remembering, an experience, or, relating, re-relating with, or relating with an experience from their prior, lifetime. And a lot of times, no, it's so much easier to fall back for some people into what um, you're familiar with. Well, I would surmise with, most of us, if not all of us, because there's a sense of familiarity. And we have a tendency to subconsciously trust, the evil that we know. Okay? So, you enter this lifetime and you enter it with, fresh off them, off that, previous life, and so, if you were, for example, an entertainer, a musician, a celebrity, you're going to enter this life with that confidence, that boldness, that passion, and, even that passion for music. But it's not necessarily saying that you should, relive that life, relive that experience. We're all called to ascend and, transcend, which is to increase in knowledge, right? Knowledge is power. And so you may find that you got a higher purpose where music is concerned now. Could be to teach music, produce music, record music. Um, yeah. So your North Node is who you are. It's present. It's what's present. Now we cannot say indefinitely. I believe that all Capricorns got a South Node in Leo or Capricorn or whatever frequency you've got your placement in. It is, really correlating and connecting um, the variation of that North Node frequency to your 10th house, which is, your life lessons and so on and so forth, what you're called to learn, because that, goes hand in hand with who you're supposed to be. Okay? And you may also want to look at your 12th house, what you believe in. Okay? And as well as your rising sign. And your moon sign as well. And for a grander overall view, you could throw your sun sign, earth sign into that. So all them frequencies mixed together will tell you, each will tell you which aspect of the other that is required for you to live out or experience. Okay, because Aquarius, the humanitarian, also a star. Okay, also a scientist, a researcher, also a guru, also hmm, a programmer, computer technician, could also be a doctor. Anything involving science, medical science, and cosmology, and sciences surrounding cosmology, like astrology. Okay, but how to tell, what aspect of that Aquarius frequency you're being called to, experience. And so you look at your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your 12th house, and also your 6th house. That's your thoughts. That's that thoughtful aspect of Mercury. And for some of you, you may find that you still, there are mosquitoes everywhere. You still, got a variation to choose from, a variety to choose from. Okay, so you could, Be a scientist if you want. You could be an astrologer if you want. You could be a humanitarian if you want. You could be a musician if you want. You know? But that mental prowess that you've got, where is that? Okay? The um, strength of your mind also, you know, plays hand in hand with that. And that's your sixth house. So, are your thoughts aligned with or synchronized with being a scientist, being, a computer programmer, an astrologer, a doctor, a researcher, a cosmologist, an astronomer, um, an intuitive? So you want to also look at that, okay? Yeah. Living in your self node frequency hinders you because there is no connectivity to your Saturn, your 10th house, your Jupiter. You've got a different Jupiter frequency. So though you still be stuck in that, past life frequency, okay? The time is not conducive for that, you know, Jupiter, that reward, that blessing, because the lessons that are being learned, listen, though individual, they are universal. Okay? And that is like you taking yourself out of the loop from receiving your Jupiter in this lifetime, because those, previous frequencies that you are still forcing yourself into, they don't exist anymore. So there is no reward for those frequencies anymore. I feel like, that's quite simple. So school is in session. Learn your lessons. Okay? Life is school. School of hard knocks life.